Today on the Highground, we're reviewing Episode 3, Revenge of the Sith.
Do it!
Welcome to the Highground. We're your host,
Adrian.
Cisco. And today our special guest is Denny.
Hey guys, thanks for having me.
Thank you for joining us.
Coming on in very short notice.
Yeah,
I know.
anytime, guys.
Okay. Anytime, Cisco. Anytime.
Anytime?
Right. Maybe
Anytime.
maybe
we're
like
starting now. We're doing it. So
every day, every hour, you're stuck with us.
Oh, great.
wait.
All right. Well,
Yeah. I'm glad that you guys are with us, and today we're going to be talking about Revenge of the Sith. It's such a great movie. I love that movie. For the prequels, it's probably my favorite one. And how do you guys feel about the movie?
Go ahead.
it's probably my least favorite out of the three. Yeah,
Oh, wow.
I have to say, yeah.
How
Probably.
so? Why?
I don't know. I just feel like there's just I don't know. There's just so much. The first two are just so much more entertaining. I just think. I don't know.
All right.
Okay.
All
I
right.
don't know. I don't know. That's just what I feel personally.
This is a darker movie than the last
It
two.
is darker. Yeah.
Yeah. I don't know. I think this is like my mid. So it's like
Mm-hmm.
Phantom Menace, Sith, and then Attack.
Mm-hmm.
Oh.
So,
All right.
I like how light the Phantom Menace is and how happy it is. And then, like, kind of transforms a little bit more to the darker side in Attack.
Mm-hmm.
And then it's, like, super dark in Sith. And I don't know if that's supposed to parallel Anakin's journey
Yeah.
or Anakin's, like, transformation. But, like, I don't
Yeah,
know.
I think so.
Yeah, I like it.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's up there for me. It's up there. It's not the best Star Wars movie,
Oh no.
but it's going to be up there for sure.
It's up there for sure.
Yeah.
It's probably my second favorite Star Wars
Oh, right.
movie.
Okay.
My first one being Empire Strikes Back.
Oh,
Yeah, I do like the darker tones of those two.
Mhm.
So that's probably the reason why I like it. And then another thing that I really loved about Revenge of the Sith is like the opening sequence with like the space battle over Coruscant.
Yeah.
That is probably my ultimate favorite
Yeah.
Star Wars scene.
I've got to say that's the best opening
Mm-hmm.
of any of the movies.
Mm-hmm.
Like I may be speaking blasphemy here, but no, I think it's honestly the best one because you get this cool shot of the Jedi fighters, and then all of a sudden this battle, and I remember like I was as a kid,
Yeah.
I'm like, oh, what's going on here?
Mhm.
I was super excited to see all
Oh
that.
yeah, with the drums like dum
Mhm.
boom
Mhm.
dum dum.
Definitely
And you're
starts
like,
with a bang.
Yeah,
Yeah, exactly.
Definitely.
it starts off really slow, and you see the big ship, and it's flying over Coruscant. But I wasn't expecting that whole battle scene
Mhm.
to happen right after when you see the Jedi fighters and just flying into battle. I thought that was amazing. So that part's cool.
And then like eagle-eyed viewers, when you find out or you see it's the planet of Coruscant because of the circles and the extinctive circle patterns and all that stuff, I was like, oh, this is intense. Like this is even more crazy because this is the Republic capital.
Mhm.
So this must be like in a really daring battle, which it kind of is.
Mhm.
It's a kind of last attempt to defeat the Republic in a way.
Mhm.
But it's just meant a little more, that it wasn't a crappy little planet that we've only heard about probably like in the past tense.
Yeah.
Like, oh, that one planet. No, this is the capital planet and all that
Mhm.
stuff.
And then they crash the
So
huge
that
ship.
was my favorite
Yeah.
scene.
They just totally wreck it.
Another happy landing.
Oh yeah, just normal.
Yeah.
So normal. Just another day in a Jedi. It's life. Oh my God.
Did you guys have any favorite moments in Revenge of the Sith? Danny?
My favorite is actually the battle between Anakin and Obi-Wan at the end when they're on Mustafar.
That was a long scene.
It's long, but it's
Long
a really
sequence,
it's a really good fight. Like,
Did you like the intercuts between them and Yoda and Palpatine?
yeah, Yeah, and then
Right.
Yoda just like totally goes ham too. So
Yeah.
yeah, it's just that whole fight, it's just awesome.
I think.
what happened? What were you gonna say?
No, go ahead. Go ahead.
From the lightsaber battles, is that like your ultimate favorite one? Like from the entire, like how would you say it? It's not trilogy. It's
The
The
prequel?
saga.
the saga. Yeah,
Yeah.
from the entire Star Wars saga, is that like your favorite lightsaber battle?
Oh no. When
No?
from Phantom Menace when
There we
Obi-Wan and
go. Yeah.
Qui-Gon, the
That's
Duel of the
good.
Fates, right?
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's just like
Darth Maul.
best one. Yep.
What were
You're
you gonna
just not
say,
gonna
Adrian?
top
Sorry, I
that.
didn't mean to interrupt you.
No, it's all right. I think like it paired well. Like you don't want to have too much fatigue on seeing two guys fight. So like the whole Yoda and Palpatine was really cool, and like you're seeing this and that's cool, and then you're seeing that, and oh, even that's more cool. And then like they kind of top each other until Yoda and Palpatine like finally give up,
Yeah.
you know. And then you just focus on them, and then it's all drama from there. You know what I mean? But I kind of liked it, like especially when Palpatine's throwing those like I don't know floating things at Yoda,
Yeah.
and I'm like,
Yeah.
this is nuts.
Pods. Yeah.
There you go.
Yeah, because it just seemed like they were first battling with lightsabers, and
Mhm.
they weren't going anywhere with them because they were pretty equal.
Mhm.
And then they just decided, you know what, let's just use our force powers and see where it goes from there. And it seemed like Palpatine won that,
Oh yeah, for sure he did.
but the
Good.
entire time he was having a good time. He was laughing.
He even like wipes his mouth. Remember
Yeah,
that?
yeah.
He wipes his
Like,
mouth
he was
'cause, like,
drooling. He's like,
Yeah. And then Yoda's like, failed. I have, you know, like he
Crawls
lost that
away.
part.
Yeah,
He
he was
lost
scared.
that part. Yeah.
He was scared. He was very confident when he went in there. And towards the end of the battle, he was just like, "Oh yeah, I'm not gonna deal with this guy anymore. I should have sent Obi-Wan."
Yeah, that's true. That's true.
Yeah.
I don't know. What do you
Obi-Wan, I
think?
think.
What do you think Yoda would have defeated Anakin, and then vice versa, Obi-Wan defeat Palpatine?
I think Obi-Wan should have planted a tracker on Padme's ship and then gone to go help Yoda to go kill Palpatine. And then they would have both gone to go get Anakin because he was by himself.
Yeah.
And they could have just ended the whole war.
Yeah, that's a good,
I don't know. That's
a good
what
theory.
I would have done.
No, that's a good theory. Like it's kind of like a drive-by, you know, like bam, bam, let's go on the other guy.
Yeah.
Bam, bam.
Yeah.
No, I get it.
They had both of them separated, so might as well like, hey, team up on this guy. We're already here on this planet. Let's just take care of him. But that's
Why
just
not?
That's something I would do.
Just poking holes in the plot,
Oh yeah, making it even worse because there is a lot of plot holes. I think.
Oh, definitely.
Yeah, it's not as solid as the original trilogy.
It's wholly a Swiss cheese. This movie.
Oh yeah, but that's the prequels. I mean, what else can you say about them? A lot of people were kind of intimidated. Well, not intimidated, but they were kind of let down by it. I don't know why I said intimidated. That's like the worst.
Well, I kind of feel like this movie, as good as it was, it kind of rushed through a lot of things. And I want to say, like, George is all typing it up, and he's like, this is good, this is good. And I'm like, oh, wait, I got to explain this. Bam, 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 bam. That's it. Like, one scene to explain, like, something we've been speculating for years.
Yeah.
And then another thing, and then another thing, and another thing. So, like, he stretches out all these scenes, and then when it finally comes to something that explains something from the originals, it's like that. And that's my only real problem with the movie. Other than that, I like it a lot.
Yeah.
It's just like those little lazy storytelling or like lazy explanations for these things that I would have been like, oh, maybe we could have stretched out a little more. But I feel like, he was just trying to rush it. But I don't know. Like, what's a good example of that? Probably like
Grievous.
Grievous? Okay,
yeah, we had nothing. We know nothing about it. Like if you don't watch any
he
of the
kind of
Clone
just
Wars,
like pops up out of nowhere, and you're just like, whoa, this dude has like 12 arms. Like, all right, like, okay, but like, where did he come from? Why is he coughing?
Yeah, they never really like.
Yeah, they don't
explain
any of that.
it, but you have to watch the cartoons.
The Clone War 15-minute ones before the like 3D ones. Those ones I
Yeah.
prefer. Yeah.
Yeah. And it's so crazy that you have to watch those in order to understand why he's coughing.
Mhm.
Especially because
why
it came
he's-
out after,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
So you're just, I mean, before the Clone Wars ever came out, you're just watching
Mhm.
it like, right, this dude's cool, but I don't understand any
Yeah.
of this. Like,
Like if you watch the Clone Wars, it makes sense. Like you know who these
Mhm.
characters are and what's going on with like everything, and they connected it together.
yeah.
Great. So now it makes sense. But back then, watching it, you're like, who is Grievous and why is
Yeah.
he there? And
Right. Hey,
And I was
out
a
of-
kid, so I was just like, this is so cool. Like,
He looks so
awesome.
cool.
Yeah.
Right. He looks so cool. He has those, Magna guards and all that, but they
Mhm.
don't really do much, and it's kind of disappointing.
hmm
Like
it's almost
that's
like they needed another movie
yeah. Oh
in
yeah.
order
Yeah.
to introduce them.
And I feel like maybe the 3D Clone Wars, like the later Clone Wars,
Mhm.
didn't really give him too much of a justice
hmm
because he's still like a little corny character in those cartoons. And then the movie, he's kind of badass for like a smidgen, and then he's like dead.
Yeah.
So, I want more badass, Grievous. I want him
Yeah.
to like kill these Jedis and like massacre entire cities and all that because he's a general. He's a separatist general, and
Mhm.
and he's kind of Dooku's apprentice in a way, according to the movie canons, right? Because we
Mhm.
don't know about
He got trained in the Jedi arts.
yeah, and all that. So I don't know. We'll see. We'll see. Maybe something in the near future. Maybe not. I don't know. Pipe dreams.
I mean, they still could do a lot of stuff. So I'm sure they're probably gonna milk it.
Oh,
on
yeah.
Disney. A
Oh,
lot of money in
Disney.
there. A lot of
Star
moolah.
Wars is never going anywhere.
No,
Ever.
that's
Ever.
and that's the reason why we have a podcast. So we
You
can
have
talk
endless
about
material.
it.
Well, like keeping with droids,
Mhm.
I always, when I was watching the movie, it always kind of bothered me that the droids sounded a little more cartoonish in their voices.
Mhm.
Because, like, if you recall in the Phantom Menace, they had that just robotic voice.
Mhm.
Oh, where are you taking them? Course
Oh.
that doesn't commute.
Mhm.
But then now they're like, oh, hey, you're
Oh, yeah,
welcome.
huh.
Yeah,
Like
they're very cartoony.
it's very cartoony, and I'm not too sure if like they were like psyching us up for the new cartoons that are coming out,
Mhm.
or my theory is that since this is a darker movie and he didn't want it to be too heavy, Lucas is like, oh, heighten their voices, make it a little more funny.
Something for the kids,
yeah.
right?
Something for the kids,
Something
'cause,
for the
like-
kids.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Well, you gotta go like that. No, but
Wow.
But yeah, something like that. It's like this is a dark movie. This is too much. Kids are gonna get maybe too scared or too bored. Hike up the voices, and they could be like, "Oh, that's a funny voice. Hey, all right, yeah."
Yeah, if you wanted to do that.
That's my theory. Yeah. I'm sticking to it.
Yeah.
I mean, it's entirely plausible. And
Yeah, why not?
What do you guys think of R2D2 in this whole giant scheme from the beginning, from Phantom Menace all the way to like Revenge of the Sith? His
What, like-
involvement.
he's like comic relief a lot of the
Yeah.
time.
Mhm.
Yeah, because like it sets up like right after the battle when they're inside Grievous's ship, and he's trying that whole part when they're inside when they get off the
with the elevator.
they're on the elevator thing was just it didn't seem very Star Wars at all. It was very cheap.
Yeah, it was
Oh, yeah.
really cheesy.
Yeah,
Like, yeah, it was. I don't know.
yeah. I think they could have done better. And then that's where we get the droids that come out, the super battle droids. Like what that? Nothing. Go back to work. It just seemed very kid-like.
That's
Back
was
to
the
Adrian's
theory.
theory.
Yeah,
Yeah,
that's the
yeah,
theory.
exactly. Yeah.
It's so light-headed, like in the beginning, battle, funny talking droids,
Yeah.
blah blah blah, and then like it gets super dark, so it kind of like I don't know balances out in a way. But that elevator scene is like, oh, no more miswired jokes.
Yeah.
Did I say anything? I didn't say anything. I'm like, all right, like, come on, guys.
Kind of annoying.
You're
honestly.
Jedi's,
Yeah.
like play cool. Yeah.
And there was moments too where the droids could have shot like like Anakin, because he's like hanging off the ledge, and they're like put your hands up, and I'm like, he can't. Like he'll fall. He already has them up.
And then the super battle droids, like they see a Republic astro droid, because I don't know, does the Separatists have astro droids, or is this like
I don't
strictly
know.
a
I don't
Republic
think you
thing?
get to see them.
I don't know. Do you remember seeing any of those, Danny? Like just astro droids just walking around in the Separatist ships or planets and whatnot? Is that just the Republic has a monopoly on these things?
Yeah.
Yeah.
It just came
I
to
don't
me
think
right
so.
now. But like, if they see a Republic computer walking around that has the capabilities of like opening doors and elevators and
Right?
getting all this stuff, if I was Super Battle Droid, I'd be like, that's it.
Immediately on site.
No questions. Yeah. Directed by George Lucas. Blah, blah, blah. But like, instead they grab it and they're like, oh, what is this thing? Like, I've never seen this droid before, even though I am a droid.
Yeah. And then he shoots oil at them.
Oh, yeah.
And then like he
That's
burns
just
them up and they
ridiculous.
blow up.
He's going to need a tune-up after that. He just wasted all his
and then
oil.
he
Like,
fell into the pit of droids like after the ship was going down.
Right.
Like slid down. It was, I don't know. That whole
he's
scene
indestructible,
was
that
very
dude.
cringe. Yeah. And then I don't get that part where they're like, they get okay, Anakin, Obi-Wan, and the Chancellor, well, Palpatine,
Right.
they're trying to escape and they get caught in a ray shield.
Oh, yeah.
And they're like, oh, don't worry about it, Master. R2's gonna come and save us. And you see him like coming at full speed and crashing into the wall. And
Oh,
I'm like,
yeah.
what the heck is going on?
He does that classic R2 scream. Yeah. All right, that's it. That's the podcast.
All
We're
right,
done.
that's it.
That's
Game
it.
over.
End it there.
Okay.
But like, I kind of feel like in that part, Anakin is like the guy who explains everything.
Mm-hmm.
It's like he's like ray shields. I'm like, no,
Duh.
no, duh. Like,
Really?
this is a type
Okay.
of shield, I'm assuming, and all that.
Yeah.
He just had to put a name on it. Like, oh,
Mhm.
thank you, Professor Anakin.
Yeah, they should have called it Rey Skywalker shields.
Oh,
No, I'm kidding.
Ooh.
there we go.
Burn.
Okay, that's the end of the
All the
podcast.
nasty
All right,
comments
wrap
are
it
gonna
up.
be down at the bottom. Good night, everybody.
All right, there we go. But I don't know. I didn't really like that bridge scene too much. Like, it was just a little too anticlimactic.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. It that first act was it started off good,
Mhm.
and then it got cheesy, but then it got really good again towards when they finally got to Grievous and they had that battle with him. But then he was kind of like flaying around, like he didn't want to deal with two Jedi. I guess
Right.
it was a little bit too much for him.
Well, like, kind of like what Mace Windu says is like he's a coward.
Yeah.
So like, if he sees it's a fair fight, or to him like an unfair fight, he's not even gonna go for it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But we're skipping over the fight with Dooku right now.
Oh,
And
that's
we
Oh,
can't
yeah.
do that. We can't do that.
I was saving the best part of that.
Oh, you want to come back to it, or
No,
you want to go?
let's just do
Okay.
it. Let's
All right.
do it.
Do it.
Do it.
That's gonna be like for our, when we say a bad word.
Oh yeah.
Just
Oh, yeah.
Do it.
But I don't know. What do you guys think about that little last of Dooku right there? And like, I don't know. Like, it was.
I thought the battle was pretty good. I thought also when he defeated Obi-Wan rather easily.
Mhm.
How when he grabbed him and he threw him up against like this catwalk, and then like he dropped the catwalk on top of him, but it didn't like cut his legs or anything. It's like a huge piece of
Yes.
metal and lands
Yeah.
on him. It doesn't
And I
do
was-
anything to him.
plot armor.
Oh yeah.
Uh,
Indestructible.
Yeah, he's the hero. Or
He's
else
R2.
it's gonna- yeah, he needs to he needs to battle Anakin towards the end.
But that was part of their plan. That was like before they got there, Palpatine's like, all right, these guys are gonna come,
Mm-hmm.
and I'm being realistic. Like, this is supposedly what happened. These guys are gonna come. You take out Obi-Wan as quickly as possible, and then together we're gonna kind of like seduce Anakin to the dark side, and then all three of us will join in.
Yeah.
So, right? So,
Yeah.
Psych.
Dooku
he was
did his
surprised.
thing.
Yeah. When he got disarmed.
You're just chilling, like, oh, I'm gonna be fine.
Yeah, he's like, all right, this guy has robot arms. I can have robot hands. All right, cool. And then, do it. Comes around and
yeah, because he like once he has him with both lightsabers.
Yeah.
And then you hear the Emperor just telling him like, "Hey, kill him now." And he's like, "No, I shouldn't. It's not the Jedi way." And then that's when he does like his best line, probably in the entire.
What?
But he had like one of his best lines because he had the other one in the opera scene too. But
what line are you talking about, Franny?
Do it, just do it.
I'm playing. I just wanted to hear you say it.
Do it. And then he just chops his head off. His head goes flying. You don't see it. And then something I've never noticed before, and I was telling Danny earlier, and how like the hands were on the floor, and I'd never noticed it. They're just lying there, and if you don't like, and then the next scene you see his head all the way in the background. And I thought those are like cool little details that I've never noticed in my entire life.
Yeah, I never noticed it till you brought it up. So
it's funny because like I like this movie because they leave the dead people there because like when Grievous dies and Obi-Wan takes his fighter, Grievous is still laying there too.
Mm-hmm.
So all these little things like, all right, well, we're just gonna let the janitor clean it up.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Let them
like
clean it up.
Yeah.
Someone will take care of it.
All right. So, what do you guys think of Padme in this movie?
Ooh, I have some things, but go ahead, Danny. What do you think?
She's kind of annoying. Honestly. Like, I mean, I feel bad for her, don't get me wrong, but I think Natalie Portman, her acting is just to be fair, everyone's acting is a little over the top, except for Ewan McGregor, because
yes,
he's cool.
Yeah,
but
he's
like
a pro.
She just really overdid it, and I think that's why like I feel bad for Padme, but she's just kind of annoying, especially at the end when she's like, Anakin, you're breaking my heart. Like, I just don't feel bad for her. Like, I'm just like, oh my god.
Anakin, just kill her already. Do it.
Yeah, for real. Like,
he's like, in your anger, you killed her. He's like, no, how? I wonder when he was raging with like the dark side, if he's just completely blinded by his own anger and
because obviously
he was like jealous and like just kind of choking her, and then you see Obi-Wan just standing there like, Anakin, leave her alone.
That whole entire scene was like, all right, you got two actors that are young, but they don't really know what they're doing, and then Ewan McGregor coming in and like, all right, I got this, dude. Like, he's like, I gotta agree for he's the only really good actor,
honestly,
in this movie, unfortunately, because like
Palpatine, I love Palpatine.
Okay, Ian McDermott, he's a good guy. Yeah, I love this guy, but he's like chewing up every scene. And this is his movie, and he knows it. He knows it. Like,
he is a lot.
When he's like, no, like all that.
You didn't like that?
Loves
I thought it was great.
It's so entertaining.
No, you are mistaken.
It is.
And then he's like, like unlimited power. I love that one.
He took it and ran with it.
He did.
He did.
This is his movie.
I'm glad he did because it's very entertaining. Like with Natalie Portman, it's annoying. With him, it's just like so entertaining. So I'm like, this guy's just like, he seems like a goblin. Like, just the way he's acting.
And then he looks like a goblin at the end.
He does too.
It's a circle, yeah.
Yeah.
I kind of heard somewhere that Natalie Portman was upset with this movie because like her character was very downsized. Because like, episode 1, she's a queen, she's kicking ass, she's shooting her way through her own palace and blah blah blah. Episode 2, she's a senator. Yeah, she's
Fighting her
political.
way.
Exactly. You know, at the end of Geonosis, she's still, you know, she has her gun. She got scratched in the back, but she's still kicking ass.
Yeah.
And then this one, she's just pregnant and like sad all the time, and that kind of sucks.
And depressed and always staring off into everything.
Yeah.
And always just crying.
Mm.
Crying.
And
why are you doing this to her?
I know. What did she do? What did she do to deserve this?
Yeah, she was very
I never thought about that, but
yeah, she was moved towards the back of like everything.
Yeah.
She wasn't a very powerful character.
It's not very fleshed out, but I know they did that in the Clone Wars, right? Like they gave her more development.
Oh
Yeah.
Yeah.
She's a way better character in the Clone Wars.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Oh no, yeah, definitely.
But like,
especially how she like manipulates Anakin.
well,
but that was in the other movie. we'll do that in the next installment.
Okay, all right. We'll come back to it. We'll come back
to it.
But
you're gonna join us, right, Danny?
What?
You're gonna join us for the next one, right?
No.
Oh, what?
Oh, all right.
Well, I'm gonna join you. I'm sorry, it like cut out. I couldn't hear you. Oh no, sorry. I thought I had no idea what you said. Oh no, yeah, I'll join you for the next one.
Okay.
You're here, right? You're here with us today, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
All right.
It like
You're
cut out.
contractually obligated now. Everyone has heard you. You know, you can't back out now.
All right. Okay.
No, I'm just kidding. But like, one of the scenes that bothered me is that when she's combing her hair in the balcony.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah.
That lighting is so bad.
Or she's like, I want to have her baby on the baby.
Yeah. Natalie Portman's beautiful, but like in that scene, they just make her look like all her face is like that, like the shadowing, her hair up, and all that. It's just not it's just bad lighting and a bad viewing of her.
She's just like,
honestly, I think the most beautiful that she is in like any of the movies is at her funeral.
Oh yeah.
Like I was like, wow, she's so pretty, but she's dead.
She's dead.
Oh no.
Oh man, it's a sad thing. She's like, all right, this is my best acting right here. I'm just gonna lay down.
Lay down and be dead.
It's like, yeah, my character's this and blah blah blah. I got choked out and didn't like it. Blah blah blah. All right, yeah, I'm done.
No, she did not like that. Anakin was going down a path that she didn't like.
She could not follow.
She could not follow.
Yeah.
No. It's like, I'm just gonna die of sadness. Goodbye.
All right. So, what was like one of the things that you guys saw in this movie that you really liked? Like, that's cool. You know, like little minute things, or like possibly a new fighter, a new type of alien, like clone armor. One thing that really popped out for you guys.
It's gonna sound really stupid, but I like that like creature thingy that Obi-Wan rides.
Oh, the iguana.
That's mine.
I don't even know what that thing is, but the noise it makes is just so cool.
It's called a Varactyl.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that thing is awesome. Like
I would love to see that thing come back in a movie, TV show, something like that.
So if you had to choose between that, the iguana, or the little weird spinny thingy that Grievous rides with the feet, which one would you choose?
Oh, the Varactyl. Yeah.
Really?
Yeah. Yeah. 100%.
I had to look it up how you pronounce it, so I'm a professional now.
Varactyl?
Varactyl, yeah.
Varactyl. Yeah, I would definitely pick the Varactyl. Like, I just want one as a pet.
On there, somewhere around here.
I also looked it up too. Its name is Boga.
Oh, it has a name?
Yeah, a name?
Oh, Boga. That's so cute.
And there was a scene that was scripted but not filmed in which Obi-Wan is looking at a whole like stable or kennel of these things, and he's like, I'm gonna choose this one, Boga. But they didn't film it.
That's so cute.
I don't know why they never made a toy out of it, unless there is one and we haven't seen it.
I think there is, and I coveted that thing, but
like a plush doll though, like a plush Boga. That'd be pretty cool.
I would totally get one of those.
Cool. Disney, get on top of that, please. You need
Bogas.
I'll be able Forbes now.
I know.
You go back to Galaxy's Edge, and there it is on the shelf.
That would be awesome.
I'll buy it like crazy.
Sold. Take my money.
What about you, Franny? What stood out for you, man?
Let's see. My favorite part. I think I really enjoyed, it's just going back to what we were talking about, like the voices of the droids. That
Mm-hmm.
they sounded very childish. I actually did like the voice of the vulture droid. Right
Oh
before
yeah,
when
yeah,
they
yeah.
were chasing Obi-Wan and Anakin, and and he shoots the missiles.
That are
Like,
fooled with the buzz droids.
yeah.
Yeah.
So when right before he shoots it, like he pops out of the thing and he's like, rah, 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 rah. He says some
Yeah,
weird like
yeah,
language, and I thought that was cool.
yeah. Mm-hmm.
I really like that's like my little moment that I enjoy.
I thought about that, and it's like a mom scolding their kids, like, you better do this and you better do that, and then
Yeah,
bam, he shoots them out. It's a little detail like that. I'm like, yeah, that kind of works out. Like
yeah, and
I
I would have wished I was wishing that same style should have been translated onto the rest of the droids
mm-hmm.
instead of the little baby talk.
Because it sounded like a little cartoonish, but it wasn't totally.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it was
And
more believable to me.
it didn't speak English. It
Mm-hmm.
spoke whatever droid language or whatever it was. No,
Mm-hmm.
I get that.
Yeah,
I appreciate that.
I wouldn't mind owning a vulture droid. Just
No, they look cool.
have them flying around, shooting people, doing whatever. Guard my house. You see them on top of my house.
And then they shoot buzz droids out.
They shoot buzz droids. Or having a little buzz droid would be pretty cool.
No, oh yeah, to like
Mess
some
that guy's
asshole.
car up. They're
Yeah,
like little gremlins.
yeah. Some guy like cuts you off and like, all right, bam,
Right.
throw a buzz droid at him and drive him off the road or something like that.
As long as they don't
But
have an R2 unit.
oh no.
Yeah.
Poor R4. Like how many
Aw.
times has R4 died in this like
Was
universe?
that R4?
That was R4.
Was it? I thought it was a different name.
I don't know. I thought it was R4.
Because it was like more goldish.
And the other ones.
Yeah, the other one was red, and then this one was a little bit more golden color.
Well, we're gonna have to look it up now.
I think it was.
However you want.
Wait, didn't we have to do?
What? What were we gonna say?
Wasn't
Yeah,
aging?
this is it. It's your turn. Uh-oh, we lost you.
Oh, I didn't know we got. Sorry.
No, it's fine. We can still
Continue.
edit it. All right,
Okay.
opera scene, guys. One of my favorite scenes in the movie. Where I guess there's a lot of favorite scenes of mine, but this one's the one where Palpatine and Anakin are sitting down.
Mm-hmm.
What do you guys think about that?
It's one of the biggest memes to come from the movie. I mean,
Oh yeah. It's a heavy scene. Like it's the final steps of his seduction,
Mm-hmm.
right? Like this is the last of it. This is like, all right, if I can't get this date now, I'm never gonna get it. You know what I mean?
Because he's pretty much hinting on that one, like, hey,
Mhm.
like I could show you like the way.
Yeah.
And then later on, he's just like, oh, I'm just done tired of trying to tell you that I'm a Sith Lord.
Yeah.
You know?
He basically tells him right there.
I'm a Sith Lord. Come on.
like, dude, take the hint already.
Yeah. he's Aladdin. He's like, I'm gonna take you on this magic carpet ride, and we're gonna go around, and when we come back, you're gonna kill your best friend and all the younglings and all that stuff. So
And he
He's
still didn't get it. He still didn't get it. It's almost like he went on a date with a girl.
Mhm.
She's like, oh yeah, kiss me. And he's like, I don't know when to kiss you. Kind of like, doesn't know when to make the move until like.
Anakin's not the sharpest tool.
Yeah.
No, especially in this scene.
Yeah.
He's like barely
Where
getting
could-
two together.
Well, he's confused because he's.
You can
he's
see
kinda
the,
sort of- yeah.
The gears just turning in his head, like.
Yeah. Poor Anakin, dude.
He's trying to find himself because he doesn't know. He wants to save Padme. He doesn't want to see the same thing happen to her. What happened to his mom?
Right.
So I could see him, struggling to find his spot, his place.
Hmm.
So the fact that Palpatine has this awesome, it's probably the best written part in the entire trilogy, the prequel trilogy, is him talking about Darth Plagueis, and it made me want to know more about Darth Plagueis.
Exactly.
But we still don't know anything about
I
him.
know.
Which I was hoping that he would have been, what's his face, from in the new trilogy.
Nope.
Oh,
No,
Snoke. Yeah.
I
Yeah.
was
That
hoping
was.
that Snoke was going to be Plagueis, but
Our
it's a
dreams were
missed opportunity.
dashed.
Yeah, but anyways, back to the prequels. But
That's a whole other conversation.
yeah, that's we'll talk about it when we get
Oh
there.
yeah. Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
But I definitely enjoyed that whole scene with them just speaking, and even though like I think the only thing that wasn't CG was the seats and them.
Yeah.
Everything else was CG, which is pretty crazy.
It's Squid Lake, I think, is the name of the opera.
Squid Lake.
Instead
Really?
of Swan Lake, it's Squid Lake,
All right.
and it's Mon Calamari production.
Yeah.
So you don't see it, but like it's the Mon Calamari
Mhm.
going through bubble to bubble, and
It's like a Circus Soleil.
kind of yeah.
Yeah, that's what it always seemed like to me.
Yeah.
Mm. And then is it possible that bald-headed chick is Rey's grandma?
I don't know. There's what? Apparently she's in cahoots with Palpatine.
Oh.
Like I don't know. It could be.
Yeah.
What about the other guy
Oh,
with
yeah.
the spiky?
Oh, that guy's
hair?
a freak.
Yeah.
Yeah. I don't know. Maybe
he's like the mom. It's an alien. Yeah, you can't tell.
late nights in the office, eyes meet up. You know, I don't know.
He was there in the office. I don't know. He's always there.
This took a turn.
All right.
Oh my god.
Let's hit on to Order 66.
Oh yeah.
Danny, do you want to spearhead this one?
It's really sad.
Mhm.
I think it's pretty well done, honestly. I think it's pretty well done. I really like how they show you all the Jedi that you've seen throughout the last two movies, but necessarily you don't really like some people, you don't even know their names, you know, but like if you watch the Clone Wars, you'll know their names.
Yeah.
But like you get to see all these Jedi that you've been seeing and how they just all die.
Yeah, just
like,
minor
really
characters are in the
like,
background, yeah.
They really trusted their clones. And
but which Jedi really hit you in the heart? Like which Jedi's death really got to you?
Yeah.
Besides the younglings?
Yeah.
I don't even know.
To me, it was like Kid Mundi.
Yeah.
Like
What's the dude with the big
yeah.
head? Yeah. Okay. Yeah. That was a pretty good one.
When he died, I'm like, damn. Like, all right.
He had
Poor guy.
the best quote in the movie. One of the best quotes. What about the droid attack on the Wookiees?
The poor
good relations with the Wookiees. I have. What else? Like
then there's Koploon. I think
Fisto.
Kid Fisto.
Right?
Kid Fisto got killed by
he was already
Sidious.
Was he
Sidious
dead?
killed him, yeah.
Oh.
Just
He was
like
with,
that.
Mace, yeah.
Ignore me.
Just goes like that and he's dead. Like which kind of was sad
He got
too.
sliced.
Mm-hmm.
Ignore me.
He's like,
I don't know what I'm talking about.
But yeah, I think the attack on the temple was one of the coolest shots. You know, just Anakin leading the 501st.
He has that like dark look on his face.
Yeah. And the whole triumphant music. You know, well, it's not triumphant, but like, you know.
I think the biggest casualty of Order 66 was the lizard.
Oh. Poga?
Yeah, Poga.
That's hurting.
Oh, Boga.
Yeah.
Boga.
Yeah, Boga.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was the biggest casualty.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah. To his dude.
Boga.
We don't know what happened to him afterwards.
And you hear
Fell
his
into the water.
You hear his cry. Yeah. Oh man, poor
Oh,
guy.
so cute.
The saddest
Yeah.
part.
Okay.
That was.
All the other Jedis, I really could care less. It's just that one. Boga, poor Boga. He wasn't
no.
even a Jedi. He got killed.
Yeah, like what is that?
Just,
That's messed up. That
just
is
by
so messed up.
association. That's,
Yeah.
that's really messed
That's
up.
true.
But I think like the whole scene, that's like the heaviest scene in the movie.
Oh,
To be
definitely.
honest with you.
Oh
Like,
yeah.
Anakin and Obi-Wan fighting, all right, heavy but also entertaining. Anakin being burned, you're like, okay, finally, this terrible acting.
Kind of
like, this is what happens. But like, yeah, just all those Jedi didn't really.
Because you're just watching their like
Yeah.
extinction, you know.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Like
I
you're
think
just watching that
Anakin got
happen.
mad at the kids after they called him master, knowing that he's not a master. You know?
He's like, all right, screw you
He's
guys.
like, oh my god, like the entire time, this entire movie, I want to become a master.
What
and
are
these
we going to
kids, yeah.
do?
What are we gonna do,
It's like,
master?
all right.
Yeah, they had lightsabers too. Do they?
I know.
Yeah, they
try to
did.
defend
They did.
themselves.
Yeah,
They
I
tried.
think they did.
Yeah,
They tried. They failed. No
I like how
way.
they picked like the cutest kid to say
Man.
that line
Oh
too.
yeah.
That's
Poor
just
kid.
Skywalker, them everywhere. His little accent. Aw.
And he just looks at them like, oh my god, you guys are so done.
That was the point. That
Yeah.
was the point of no return. The younglings. There you
The
go.
younglings.
Younglings. You
Oh,
can't
the
even say
younglings.
that in Galaxy
It's so weird.
Edge.
Even what?
Yeah. You
Why?
didn't know that? In
What do they
Galaxy's
do?
Edge, you're not well, you could say it, but like I think the cast members aren't allowed to say it.
Why? Because they don't want to be associated with like killing
Yeah,
children.
because Anakin was a child murderer.
Oh.
So I know this took a dark turn right now.
No, it took a.
I'll just edit it out.
No, that's more frustrating than dark.
Oh no.
Are you serious? I'm just gonna go over there now and say youngling, just to piss him off.
That'd be fun. So the Anakin battle with Obi-Wan.
Epic.
And epic. Before that, how he choked out Padme
Mm-hmm.
because he was
Jealous?
jealous, I guess, of Obi-Wan.
Of Obi-Wan?
Yeah. Right.
That whole little. It was all weird.
It was
all
weird. It is weird.
Yeah, that whole little confrontation or the little just get to the fighting already. You know what's gonna happen. Like it's a little bit of dialogue in which needed to set up the fight, but it didn't really need to. Like Obi-Wan could have just came out and he's like, "What the hell? Lightsabers?" You know, like. That's
Also, as a side, just randomly,
Mm-hmm.
when Obi-Wan is talking to Padme and he's like, Anakin's the father, isn't he?
Mm-hmm.
I'm so sorry. It's like, you mean those two people that like when they were kids or
Well,
when he was a
before
kid
that,
and she
yeah.
was a teenager? Like,
Right.
you could have, like, he's like your brother, right? Like, you didn't see that? Like, come on.
Also,
saw that coming. Yeah, that was. It had like
It's
some
just
of the
very
worst
bizarre.
dialogue. That whole scene had like
Yeah.
the worst dialogue because he was like, and he killed
He killed the
younglings.
younglings.
yeah, you can see him like kind of choke up, or not because of the characters choking up because it's so sad. It's like I can't believe I'm saying younglings. Like he has that little voice, but like, where do Jedi sleep? Do they sleep at the temple, right? Do they have like bunk beds and stuff like that? And
I think they have their private rooms.
and no one notices that Anakin does not sleep there, but he
That's what I'm
sleeps at
saying.
Padme's place.
That's probably the
I'm
least
saying-
believable
Well,
part of like everything is that
yeah.
no one figured out that.
You know
Hey, Padme's pregnant. Like,
that.
I've never seen her with anyone except like Jar Jar.
Oh, Misa didn't do it. Misa, not my kid.
They're like,
Do they have a Star Wars Maury that he could go on and do a DNA?
Jar Jar, you are not
DNA.
the father.
Oh my god, that'll be so funny.
Yeah.
That's a sketch right there. That's a good sketch. That's a free sketch. Just
so if
Well,
they have
there you
go.
Boss Naz as Maury,
Yeah.
oh yeah,
that would be
Oh
awesome.
man.
We went down the rabbit hole here.
Okay.
You saw not the father.
You saying baby voodoo.
Oh my god.
And then
But like, okay, so Anakin kills the Separatist leaders, and their bodies are littered everywhere. And then when he fights with Obi-Wan, they're all gone.
oh yeah, I guess he cleaned them up.
Because how long was he at
Hideout?
Mustafar?
He was waiting for Obi-Wan. Like, hold on, let me clean up
Right.
my little area, or maybe he was having fun throwing them over the edge into the lava to burn them.
Yeah, maybe. I don't know. Like, I just noticed that. Or is it like a completely different building, and all the operating buildings kind of look the same?
I think it's the same building because they still have the holograms of the war that was going on.
Mm-hmm.
You know.
Okay, then.
So. Yeah, but I didn't notice. Unless I'm probably gonna rewatch it again to see if the bodies are still there. I think it's like a minor detail that.
I saw it. No one's there.
Oh.
No one's there. Not droids.
That is interesting.
The Federation dudes. He cleaned up.
He cleaned up.
Yeah.
He was bored. He was there just.
He had to wait for them to get there. He's like, all right, I guess.
Like, George told me to wait here. I'm waiting.
Right.
Oh, what am I gonna do? I'll just move stuff around.
Maybe those guys, the actual like Mustafarians, or I don't know, what is the plural?
He could have probably told them like, "Hey, can you guys clean up my mess?"
Mustafarians.
Mustafarians.
Yeah, why not?
Mustafarians.
I coined it. There we go. I'm gonna write that down.
Are they even called the Mustafarians? We're gonna look it up.
We can look it up, but I'm not gonna do it right now.
Yeah, I know, not right now.
Rastafarians, Mustafarians.
But that whole fight scene was pretty awesome, though, and how they were just going back and forth. It looked like Anakin had the upper edge throughout the whole fight, because like Obi-Wan was just kind of backing off a lot more.
Yeah.
I don't know if he was doing that on purpose.
It was a reluctant task.
Mm-hmm.
So I feel like Obi-Wan was not giving it 100% because it's his brother.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, he didn't want to kill him.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. And then when he had the high ground.
The high ground.
Oh.
Like the whole time I was thinking, why doesn't he just go around? Or like just take a small little jump to the edge of the...
Well, because...
What were you going to say?
Oh, he's just so blinded by rage that he's not really thinking like tactically, you know?
Mm-hmm.
So he's just gonna go for it. And
yeah.
Obi-Wan knew that, obviously.
Yeah. That's why he was like forcing him to do something. Force his hand.
But like, what was Obi-Wan's endgame there? Like, Anakin was just gonna drift down the river of lava and be like, all right, well, I guess that's it.
He was baiting him. He was just like constantly just like moving away from him. Mm-hmm. And I think he was just waiting for the right time to strike. Because remember when he first started, they started off fighting, kind of like Obi-Wan was kind of backing off. They get into the room, and then they're stuck fighting on top of the table for a while. And then Obi-Wan's like, "Oh man, like if we continue this, I'm probably gonna get my butt kicked." So he ended up like drawing him away and trying to find, I guess, because they even jump on top of that hole and they're just like crossing it.
Oh yeah.
And then he's swinging off of that that bridge or that what used to be the bridge, and he jumps off and then he thinks that he beat Anakin. But then Anakin jumps on top of the droid, conveniently placed.
Just trying to do his work.
I know. He jumps over Obi-Wan. Obi-Wan swings at him, but like he misses. So I wonder if he knew that was going to happen, that Anakin was going to do the same thing. And
maybe.
So, yeah.
But I kind of see it's kind of more messed up that he left him there, burned and charred and all that stuff. Mm-hmm. Because, like, wouldn't you want to put him out of his misery?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Maybe he was just worried about Padme.
Yeah, I
At
think he
that
was more
point-
worried about Padme.
But he was just gonna leave him there to die, though.
Yeah,
why not
I
do
mean,
it?
I think he wanted him to suffer because of all the Jedi that he killed and everyone that
That's a good
everyone's
point.
life that.
That's heavy.
Yeah, so because he even picks up the lightsaber and he's like, "Bye."
Yeah,
You know,
I'm gonna
he
give
could
this
have he
away.
could have left it there. Yeah, he could have left the lightsaber there, but no, he took it with him.
Yeah, that's pretty heavy, dude. Wow. Just be
'Cause
like, all right, deuces.
Yeah, because like every time he lost his lightsaber, he would always tell him like, "Oh, this is your life. Don't
Yep.
like."
Mhm.
And then now he's like, "Oh, I'm just gonna take it away from you because obviously you're not responsible to be a Jedi. I'm just gonna leave you here
Mhm. It's a
I'm gonna
good
leave you here to
parallel.
think, and then I'll come back if I feel like it." Because I can't see Obi-Wan killing him. He's not
Mhm.
like Mace Windu.
Good point.
But it's still kind of messed up.
It is messed up. Yeah,
It is.
messed up. Yeah, because right after that he goes straight to the ship.
Mm.
I guess, and here's a part that I find weird. How did C-3PO pick up Padme? Because they put her into the ship. Did he
Maybe,
pick her up? Did they drag her across the floor, or?
I don't know. That's a good question. Okay, how did he pick her up? But then, like in episode 4, you see him carrying bodies of Jawas. So how
Yeah.
did he pick those up?
Yeah.
Because I don't think he could really bend his knees.
No.
Those legs are like solid.
We've never
straight
seen him
up.
bend his knees. So that's a good
No.
point. Yeah.
So either R2 is helping him out,
Maybe R2 dragged him.
Yeah.
or
Dragged her. I mean.
yeah, maybe he killed her by trying to help her.
Oh,
He like
that's
broke
true.
one of her vertebrae or something like that.
that.
It's like she's done. Like she's gone. Like they would
trying
never
his
know
best.
about
the
that.
No.
droids were in cahoots with each other to kill humans. Yeah.
Yeah. All right.
There we
That's a
go.
new theory.
All right.
Produce
Never
that.
thought about that. Never thought about that. I'm sure. No, that never happened. And then
So,
we
like-
get to the end.
Yes. The end.
The
Did you
birth
really?
sequence?
The what?
The birthing sequence?
Yeah.
Yes,
okay.
that's
So
one.
they're on what's that? It's not a planet.
It's like a moon
Polis
or
Massa.
an asteroid. Yeah.
Polis Massa.
Is that the
So,
name of the planet? The
yeah,
little-
that's
yeah.
the little crater or whatever
Yeah.
the hell they're in.
Oh,
She had these names already planned out, right? It's not
Mhm.
like she had to think about it. Like maybe there was a deleted scene that like, oh, what should we name our kids?
yeah, that was kind of weird. I think that's one of those things, like you mentioned, how he kind of just threw stuff in there just to because it had to service
Yeah.
the original trilogy.
Mhm.
Because when she's like, Luke, Leia,
Yeah,
like,
just
damn,
just like
all
that.
right. Like,
I'm sure there's
damn.
probably a scene where she's like, okay, if it's a boy, we'll name him Luke.
Mhm.
And if it's a girl, we'll name her Leia.
But like,
I'm sure that's what happened. And then like, oh,
Right.
you have twins. Oh, perfect. I can name them Luke and Leia.
Wait, she didn't know she had twins, did she?
No,
N-
I don't think no one
No.
knew. Right?
No one knew, not even her. So probably okay. So
How
she
did
had to know
not
one
she
of
was having
them.
twins?
That's true.
Yeah.
Because she was very pregnant,
Yeah.
and
That's
she didn't
true.
know she had twins.
hmm
And if this hospital robot dude in a crater in the middle of space could figure
Mm-hmm.
that out, the best doctor that is fit for a senator in the Capitol
Yeah.
can't figure
Couldn't
that
tell her
out.
that she was having
Her
twins.
stomach got big if you think about it from like when you first see her.
So
Yeah.
Yeah.
what's this timeline?
I don't know. I'm thinking about
Timeline's
it
all
now.
out of whack too, because she tells him,
Mhm. Like,
And
oh,
then-
wonderful thing just happened. Because he would have
Yeah.
noticed, like, whoa, what's wrong? Like, what
Exactly.
happened?
And then like 2 scenes later, she's like
She's
heavily
massive.
pregnant.
Yeah, exactly.
yeah. And it's funny because like the last season of Clone Wars don't really help the
Mm-hmm.
timeline out either.
No, you
'Cause
can
that
see that
kinda
she has
just
like a
happens
little
like
bump
that.
in the Clone Wars,
Right.
but they really don't talk about it.
Hmm.
So I wonder how much time passed. Ended up passing.
I don't know. Future,
Yeah.
maybe their medicine is like, all right, you could be pregnant for a week instead of 9 months.
Yeah.
Anakin is also
Accelerated growth.
Yeah,
unusual
it's unusual.
himself.
Yeah.
Like
So
all those metachlorians going out. you know?
yeah, so maybe it
maybe actually.
I like how Danny took a while to like get it.
I did. I was like, yeah. Wait. Yes, the midichlorians.
Midi-chlorians.
Yes.
That's
Oh
funny.
my god, we just ruined midi-chlorians. Even
No,
more.
it's
Made
alright.
it even worse.
Like, where are you gonna go? Oh, I'm gonna go to the midichlorian bank. I need a baby. Maybe is that
Those
what
are
they
for
call it?
Jedis. That's for Jedis.
Oh yeah. It's weird.
You have a low midi-chlorian count. Sorry.
And yours is off the charts. Oh my god.
Anakin had a high midi-chlorian count. What can you say?
Higher than Yoda's. Higher than Yoda's, yeah.
How do they know about Yoda's midi-chlorian? That sounds so dirty now.
Oh my god. Okay.
All right.
All right.
So so the Emperor goes and picks up
Crispy
Anakin, crispy Anakin, Kentucky Fried Anakin, and they go back to Coruscant where it's raining and he's just like clinging to life, where he had this like a life support suit ready for him.
I don't know. I kind of feel like that ship that he comes in
Mm-hmm.
is either some type of military ship,
Mm-hmm.
and it's gonna have like all the bells and whistles in there.
Because I'm talking about when they get to Coruscant and he's being
Right.
operated on, they're giving him all the pieces, the Darth Vader pieces with the helmet.
Oh yeah.
It just seemed like, oh yeah, we had this ready for you. Like we knew this was gonna happen.
Okay, so like let's say the distance between Coruscant and Mustafar
Mm-hmm.
is great enough that they could be like, hey, when we get to Mustafar,
Mm-hmm.
I'm sorry, when we get to Coruscant, have this, and this ready.
Mm-hmm.
Because
That makes sense.
it's canon that the mechanics that go into the Vader suit isn't top of the line.
Mm-hmm.
Like it's uncomfortable.
Is that why he like makes the noises?
He makes the noises. He's all awkward, kind of like in his movements. It's because Emperor did that intentionally so that Anakin could be in suffering,
Mm-hmm.
and that his rage and his anger and his hate and fear and all that could just power his
Well,
dark
Anakin
side
could have.
abilities.
Yeah, Anakin could have upgraded his suit, but
Oh,
he
yeah.
also didn't want to because that pain and suffering, he wanted to keep it
Mhm.
because of he felt what happened to Padme
Mm-hmm.
was his fault. So he wanted to torture himself.
Like a penance, if you will.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. So that pain was a reminder of even Obi-Wan. You know,
Mhm.
that's he was always like, oh, Obi-Wan, like I have to go after Obi-Wan. Obi-Wan's still alive. I have to find him. 'Cause he's obsessed with that, just killing Obi-Wan. Because that was the reason why that happened. Like that happened to Obi-Wan. I wish they would have added. If they could have added in A New Hope when they were talking to Obi-Wan, like it would have been awesome to hear Darth Vader telling Obi-Wan like, "Oh, it's your fault that Padme died."
Mm.
That would have been a really cool connection. But
Mhm.
maybe Lucas someday will.
Put that in there.
Hey, can you put that in there for me?
Well, like when she dies and they have the funeral procession,
Mm-hmm.
she's visibly pregnant.
Mm-hmm.
And they did that intentionally so that Vader would think that the baby, because I don't think he knew she had twins either, died with her. So he wouldn't be looking for them.
Mm-hmm.
So that's why he's all shocked.
Yeah.
Or that there was Luke. And then I don't even think he knew about Leia. Oh, wait, he did know about Leia.
Well, he found out about Leia in Return of the Jedi.
Yeah, okay, so yeah.
And he found out about Luke when Luke destroyed the Death Star.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
So I'm surprised that Luke didn't adopt his uncle's last name, as in Lars.
That's true, because
Right.
this kid
Luke
is
Lars.
walking around with my last name.
Yeah.
So,
Luke Lars.
or he could have like Luke Skywalker Lars
Mm-hmm.
and be, progressive that way.
Yeah.
The hyphen.
And with that, I think we should end our podcast.
Well, thank you, Danny, for coming on
Thank you,
with
Danny.
us very last minute. We will love
Thanks.
to have you again very soon.
Yeah, it was so fun. I'm so excited.
It was a pleasure working with you today. That was awesome.
Yeah.
Thank you, Adrian, again.
Thank you, sir. And I just want to remind you guys to we're on Instagram at the Highground Pod. Go ahead and like us for some updates on episodes, and we have a link to our YouTube channel, which is what's the YouTube channel, friend?
The Highground.
There we go. Simple as that. So don't forget to like, share, and subscribe, and we'll see you next time.
Thank you, everybody, and everyone have a good night, and may the Force be with you guys.
All right, there you go.